obviously about Oleksandr Usyk. Great victory. What next?
Having rest.
Obviously, he's going to be resting. We know that, but we want to know about the landscape of the heavyweights right now, because you know that current crop of heavyweights are all coming to the sort of back end of their careers, the twilight of their careers. Oleksandr's done everything that can be done. He's beaten everyone in the division, the best of the modern era. So, what motivates him? What does he? Is he going to continue boxing? Is there going to be something next?
He's not ready to retire. This is number one. Number two, we don't know what's next. Many things depend on Parker-Dubois fight. This is number two. Number three, we heard from the media that Wladimir Klitschko has a will to become the oldest heavyweight champion ever, beating the record of another legend.
And that would be George Foreman. Is that right?
Of course. Yeah, George Foreman, sure. There is no decision taking. It's just a dream, kind of a plan, maybe a thought. We heard that from His Excellency Turki al-Sheikh. So it's also an opportunity and a possibility. So you see how many scenarios can be possible after the victory of one of the guys we just mentioned. But my bet is with Parker. No disrespect to Daniel, it's just my personal opinion. I'm not a big fortune teller, but this is just a hunch, a feeling that Parker has bigger chances to win. So many things will depend on the result of that fight.
And there is Alex Usyk revealing that there is a possibility, depending on the winner of Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois, February 22nd, Wladimir Klitschko wants to become the oldest heavyweight champion ever, over George Foreman, of course, 45 years, 8 months old, knocked out Michael Moore. Okay, I believe that was in 94. I could be mistaken. But they want that a reality. What and where does Oleksandr Usyk fit in? Who does he fight? Who is it going to be? I'll say this. I don't think, now this is just my personal opinion, I don't think Usyk would want to fight Vlad, and I don't think Vlad would want to fight Usyk, because Wladimir Klitschko's already voiced his opinion on not wanting to fight Usyk. He said, as long as Usyk's still around like that, I don't want to be coming back. Okay, that's what he said. But he did say, I'm always ready to fight. I never left because I've always been training ever since 2017 in front of Wembley, when him and Anthony Joshua broke another record. Okay, so he's always been ready. If you look at Vlad, do you think he's missing a leg day or he's missing any gym days? No, absolutely not. That dude is chiseled in shape as he should be, as he's been. Okay, so we got to get that out of the way. He's in shape. So the question is, what will he do? And I think because of how Usyk answered that, it depends on what happens with Joseph Parker and Dubois. This is what I think. I think if Dubois beats Parker, then Usyk will then fight Dubois. But I think Parker, which they believe Parker will win, and if Parker wins, I think Wladimir Klitschko may want first dibs at becoming the oldest heavyweight champion by fighting Parker. You see what I mean? It could be Daniel Dubois, but I think it'll work out like this. If Daniel ends up beating Joseph Parker, right? If Daniel ends up beating Joseph Parker, I think that Vlad could fight Daniel Dubois, and then if he loses, then Usyk can be his avenger. But I think they'll let him, out of homage, out of respect, right? Just for Wladimir having the stripes, to try to come in and challenge the younger guy. And if he can do it, it will be something like how the Klitschko's used to be. If you guys can remember, Vitaly had the WBC and Vlad had the rest. Okay, and they vowed never to fight each other. So between the two brothers, they were actually undisputed together. So it wasn't any squabble about that. He was just a lineal because he's the guy that beat the guy. Then Tyson beat Vlad because Vitaly retired. But then that other piece, you could argue that other piece of that puzzle on the WBC end belonged to Wilder and Stavern because those were the guys left fighting for it when Vitaly left. Okay, just to give you guys a history lesson, bring you up to speed. Well, I think what will happen with Vladimir will then challenge Dubois or Parker for that belt. And if he loses, then Oleksandr Usyk will then come in and do his thing. And meanwhile, while Vlad is preparing to fight for that belt to become possibly the oldest heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk will be satisfied one of those damn mandatories on the WBC, the WBO, and the WBA end. That's what I think should happen. That's what I think are some of the scenarios that Alexander Usyk is mentioning. But you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk mentioning Wladimir Klitschko's return, possibly fighting Oleksandr Usyk, or fighting the winner out of Joseph Parker or Danny Dubois. Of course, please subscribe, like, and share. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!